Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time seeing my face, well, my name is John Wirap, and if it's your okay, let's try that one. Hi dragons, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time seeing my face, well, my name is John Wirap and this is Becoming a John Wirap with me. Don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe to all those nice things. Yay. I was like, let me record this video today right now, otherwise I will never record this video. This is already a long overdue video, so I just felt like, you know what, John, how about you just record the video now? Don't mind guys, the wrinkle thing. I don't but I know I'm not supposed to be laughing, and if I keep looking down here, I have my notes here so I don't lose train of thought as I'm talking to you guys. It's my first time doing sit down type of video, you know, I must say. So yeah, man, as you can tell by the title of the video, I lost my job. How did it happen? Well, I don't want to get into details for now. I don't want to get into details of how I lost the video, but if I have to give you guys a little bit of background of what had happened, is that before I get into that, you know, I must say, like, if you're watching Desiree, you know, if you're watching Desiree Gaz's YouTube channel, Desiree has been talking about, you know, going to work, you know, feeling anxious, you know, anxiety is there, you don't enjoy the workspace and stuff like that. In as much as, and don't get me wrong on this one here, in as much as I love radio, you know, radio is my number one love, guys. Even before my person. I'm kidding. But yeah, radio is my love, you know. So the environment I was working in there, and I'm not here to backlash anybody or anything, but I'm just talking for myself. Yes, I loved radio. I still love radio, but the environment was not conducive for me. Let me put it that way. It was not conducive for me. The things I went through, things I would go through on a daily basis and stuff like that, it was just not, you know, giving what it's supposed to give. I know, like, not every workspace out there is, or work office is, you know, but for me, I feel like it was my first time, you know, working in a corporate mixed with entertainment industry, you know, seeing people from corporate space every day in the office, and me being in the entertainment industry, because me in the radio, I'm there on air entertaining and stuff like that. But nonetheless, you know, when Desiree was talking about feeling anxious, you know, anxiety is there. It's like when you are submitting even a script, you're like, what are they going to say? What are they going to say? And I don't know, I might insert something like this, you know. After I was dismissed from my workplace, I was dismissed, guys. So, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the dismissal, because eventually I was gonna walk away had I gotten a better opportunity, you know, or another chance at another radio station or media house. I'm gonna insert something like this, and I could highly relate with what I saw on the poster. It's like what I was going through on a daily basis, you know, not daily basis per se, but it would like happen, like maybe it will go quiet like for a month, not a month, for a week, and then the next week it will be the same thing again. So I was like, you know, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? Every time I'm trying to follow what they say and stuff like that, you know, it was just like, I don't know how to put it, guys, but I hope you guys understand. You know, I'm very terrible. I suck at, you know, telling stories and stuff like that, but I hope you guys understand. So I can relate to when Desiree was saying, like, you know, going to work and, you know, feeling anxious and stuff like that. Like, toxic work environment is what I experience, and that's my word. It's my word, guys. I'm not saying otherwise. That's my word, and unfortunately I cannot sugarcoat it. It's what I experienced at my workplace and stuff like that. But maybe as time goes, we'll get into details of how I actually got dismissed. But all I can say is, guys, don't trust people at your workplaces. You are only there to go secure your bag and go home. Don't go trust people at a space, guys. That's what all I can say. Don't go trust people fully, and don't take bullets for anybody if it's not your mother's child. Don't do that. I did that. I took a bullet for somebody, and that was also a contributing factor as to why I was dismissed. But going back to a little bit of background story is that on the 25th of March, I received an email calling for an action meeting, calling me for an action meeting, management meeting. So I was questioning myself now, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Now the last time I remember I made a mistake, guys, and one thing is that I'm also human, in as much as I started off my radio career in 2023, I was learning, in as much as I love radio, I don't know everything of radio. I was learning and stuff like that. So I remember prior to my dismissal, I remember that I had made a mistake on air, mistake on air when it came to reading the currencies, right? You're reading the currencies, trading at US dollars. If you are a radio listener, if you are a radio lover, if you listen to radio, you know what I'm talking about, the currencies. So that's the mistake I made. So after that, a week has gone by, and I'm just getting an email. Now I was questioning myself, what could I have possibly done wrong that the people are calling a management meeting? So the following day, which was like the 26th of March 2025, obviously 2025, I had a presentation, and the presentation was actually clashing with the meeting that was scheduled. So I responded to the email, and saying that unfortunately I won't be available during the time slot because I have a presentation, and obviously my school comes first. Fine, cool, sharp. They said no, come see us at 12. Now mind you, my radio show, if you're listening to my radio show, you know that I was doing the drive time show from 4 to 7, and I was like, fine, cool, sharp. So I was like, okay, to avoid this unnecessary drama, I remember that 26 March morning, I got to campus. I went to go sit down in the library. I quickly did my script, submitted it, so I don't, in case there's something happening, I don't add, more fuel to the fire. Fine, cool, sharp. After submitting my script, I go do my presentation. Little did I know, darling. But, something inside me was like, my intuition was like, a dismissal, people are going to let you go and stuff like that. Now, I just felt like, because during that same period of time, somebody that was actually quite close to me also lost their job, right? So I was like, maybe it's because, A, B, and C lost their job, or was rather dismissed from their job, that you also think that's going to happen to you. But guys, one thing I'm telling you, your intuition never lies. Your intuition never lies. So after that, I did my presentation. I get to the office. I walk in the office, I greet people now. I greet everybody. And as I'm greeting, the station manager's like, go into the production room. I walk in the production room. I walk in, and then the management comes in. I sit like there was an extra chair. There's actually an extra chair, not was, but I still think there's an extra chair in that office or production room there, where we're like sitting and recording voiceovers and stuff like that. So I sit down on the chair, and then like, John, today is gonna be a difficult one because it's quite gonna be a different one. Now I'm seeing a station manager holding a paper in her hands. So I'm like, maybe, okay, am I signing a warning? So if it's a warning, then I must, step up my game and stuff like that. Fine, cool, sharp. This is even worse and deeper than a warning. If I'm sorry to mention this, but if Jemima Piergas, like, the same period that Jemima Piergas was going through the most at her workplace, that's the same time I was even going through the most at my workplace. So I'm like, people in this industry, and it actually comes down to what Kanye Bao said about the entertainment industry. It comes down to what Kanye Bao said. It's like, entertainment industry is a dog eat the dog industry. If you don't have connections in this industry, I'm telling you, if you're watching this and you want to be a radio presenter or a TV presenter, or being in the entertainment space, like being it influencing, being it even YouTube and stuff like that. But YouTube, everybody records their own video. It's not like that deep, like, radio and stuff like that. In radio, everybody wants to stay on their on top of their A game, You must be on top of your game, bruh. So nonetheless, guys, I'm talking a lot, ne? No wonder why I'm a radio presenter, but nonetheless, that same period of time when Jemima Piergas was going through the most, that's actually where my drama also started. Fine, cool, sharp. After that, and people are telling me, no, unfortunately, we are letting you go. And I only asked them one question. I just asked, based on what are you guys dismissing me? They're like, no, you always make constant mistakes, and for somebody that has got experience in this industry, I'm like telling these people, I even told those people, in as much as I may have, experience in the industry, my background, where I started off, if you don't know, I started off at UNAM Radio. If you did not watch that vlog, there's a vlog, I'll link it down here so you go watch that vlog. I started off at UNAM Radio, and my background is like I was just reporting about entertainment stories, lifestyle, magazine stories, stuff like that, entertainment, celebrity gossip, and stuff like that. Now that I even switch stations, now I'm in a complete different space where I talk about psychological issues. I talk about, what is this? Psychological issues. I talk about health issues, and these are two complete different things. So it will take time for me to adjust, But to adjust, I adjusted to the show itself. The show was going great. I was getting compliments from people like, you know what, you're actually doing great. But then during on my show, there was no what is this? What did I say? This was that the currency things. Yes. That was actually for the breakfast show. So a colleague of ours, a very good colleague of ours resigned. And we're actually, covering his spot till we find most a replacement. So as I was doing the morning up the breakfast show, I did that. And then people were just like, you know what? People went on even that day. I was like, guys, if you can coach me on this one, right? And I don't even remember joining this station, and then I got like a proper induction. Sorry guys, I'm busy cooking also. So that's also what I said, and then they were like, no, but you have proven that you have experience in the field, Guys, when I say some women are weapons formed against us men. Some women, some women, I'm not saying all women, some women and some men are weapon formed against other people in this world to prosper, and those weapons, those women prospered. If you're watching this, you did it, you got what you wanted. The reason why I'm saying that, after those people dismissed me, I just signed, I stood up, I went out of the production room, and the first thing I said is like, I gave a hug to a very good colleague of mine. And then, I don't want to say a very good colleague of mine, at the time, because the person has also proven not to be a good person. And I've, given a hug, and then she was like, what is it? I'm like, I got this, I'm dismissed with immediate effect. So after that, my words are like, God wanted me to be here for this period, or certain period of time. So remember that everything happens for a reason. So I just hope this is maybe a blessing in disguise. And I was just like, you know what, Lord, I trust in you. Let me put my faith in you. In as much as I was feeling zebra, I was feeling kak, but not 100% kak, because I was like, at some point I was like, oh, thank God that you removed me from this space. I was like, thank God. Oh, I was like, oh, thank God. At some point, to a certain extent, I was like, thanking God, and I was like, same time also questioning God, like, but why me? Why me? As the minute I just thought that everything is, starting to get better for good and stuff like that, and just like, I got dismissed. I left the premises. And I went to, mind you, when I left, I went to the HR office. When I get there to the HR office, my dear, I would say, because we are almost living in a country where we practice freedom of speech, so if they're watching this video, and if they're watching, I don't care. Because why are they watching? Why are you almost watching to see what I'm up to in my life? So I would say that this is my personal opinion, that these women went to go poison, the coordinator's mind and stuff like that. When I got there, my dear, these men did not want to hear me out. These men did not want to hear me out. I was like, oh Lord, what am I going to do? Because that time I'm renting. My rent is even due. It mentioned it was 26 March. My rent is due. I have siblings to take care of. I have family members, I have other responsibilities, I have black tax also, you know, and I also had dreams for myself, you know, I had plans, you know, like I was planning like, okay, I'm gonna do maybe homemaking vlogs, you know, room tour, what. But you know what? Our ways are not God's ways, and our thoughts are not God's thoughts. So I was like, you know, Lord, I'm leaving all this in your hands. So yeah, that's about it, you know. So that's the live update, and it's quite funny how you guys, none of you guys could also pick this up, you know. After I was dismissed, I took a trip to Wolfish Bay, the vlog that is, you know, actually has the highest votes, highest views, and highest likes, you know, on my channel. So that's actually where I recorded the vlog where I went to Wolfish Bay. And in my unit diaries, I mentioned that, you know, if you remember why I cut my hair like this, I mentioned something in my unit diaries that your boy lost hair to stress. So none of you even comment down like to say anything. I'm like, you guys like my haircut? I decided to remove like my hair because homeboy was losing hair to stress. I was losing hair to stress, guys. There's a lot that we need to talk about. There's a lot we need to talk about. It's just that I don't find the right time to talk to you guys. But so dragons, as I was recording the video, hence why I had to insert the previous that clip, come up with the previous that clip from the previous vlog, you know, just to make you understand and see where I was coming from and what I was actually talking about. So my phone cut due to storage. So yeah, that's what's popping. So if you have come to this point of the video, please leave a dragon in the comment section.